What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea, where Chelsea have just beaten West Ham 2-0. We're outside Stamford Bridge. I'm here with Cameron. Let's go straight into the player reigns. Let's start with the goalkeeper, Kepa.
Quiet in the first half. I don't think he didn't really face too much in the first half, but in the second half, he had quite a few shots getting popped at him. Fucking hell. He had a few shots popped at him, and he done decent whenever he was tested, so I'm going to give him a 7.
I don't. For me, I want to disagree a little bit because of his distribution.
I was just as soon as I said 7, I clocked. Yeah. There was a couple of times in the second half, where he just paid it over to Aspie about a good 3-4 times with Felipe Anderson. He was on him, and I don't understand why we done it over and over again. That's a 6.
Yeah. 6. I'll go with you for a 6. Like, he didn't play badly. But talking about Aspilicueta, let's go on to him. He didn't have a good game today, and
he didn't.
I honestly thought he looked a little bit unfit. I thought he looked out of it. 30 minutes in, I saw him and he was looking gassed.
He looked unfit and he looked out of his depth. I'm not gonna lie, this is the second game in a row where we've seen him get skinned down that right-hand side, fam. Skins, bruv. Like, I think Arnautovic, he started the game off on Emerson, and I think that he realised that if you put him on Aspie, we're more of a threat, because Aspie right now, he's not really doing it for me. He's not really doing it, and clearly he's a weak spot because Emerson played quite well. Honestly, I think I have to get Aspilicueta the lowest rating today. I think I have to give him a 5.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. He gets a 5. Let's go on to David Luiz. What do you think of his performance?
I thought Luiz played quite well. I thought he played okay. I mean, whenever he was tested, he wasn't getting beaten that much. His distribution at the back, there wasn't too many overhead balls from him today, but he was okay. I think I'm just going to give him a 6.
Let's move on to Rudiger now. Defensively, I thought Rudiger was great. He was in that mood where he just runs headfirst into everything. He always gets to the ball first. Passing did let him down again today, though.
Yes, it did. Yeah, the passing did let him down a bit. And I would, if it wasn't for his passing, I would probably have given him a 7. But I can't ignore how good his tackling was today. And he handled Arnautovic very well, especially in that second half. When he took off Chikorita and he put Arnautovic up top, I realised when the ball was in the air and they were taking goal kicks, Arnautovic was clearly the focal point, and Rudiger handled that quite well. So I'm going to give him a 6.
Moving on to left back, Emerson. I think he's made another statement today.
Has to start. It's as simple as that. I feel like defensively he was solid. He handled Arnautovic very well early on in the first half, because Arnautovic is usually pretty good against us, but Emerson held him down a bit. I was surprised because the height and the size difference, he's clearly at the disadvantage, but he still managed to handle that very well. He was good on the overlap and with the link up, so I'm going to give him a 7 today.
All right, let's move on to Jorginho. Now, I thought today his best strength was being able to, let's say, relieve the Chelsea team of pressure. Whenever he got the ball, it was always a safer option now, and we're allowed to start our attacks based off that. Yeah,
I definitely see what you mean. Even in the second half, where we didn't look that great, but there were times when we were playing out the back, Jorginho was there, and he was clearly open, and he was just running into space, and he positioned himself quite well. I understand some people are a bit frustrated because they were like, "Oh, he's bothering me. He didn't play that well." I thought he played quite good. To be fair, I thought he had a good game. Listen, he's gonna mess up passes, bro. I'm not asking him to go out there and make a bunch of sideways backway passes to walk out with 100% pass completion rate. That's not his job. His job is to control the game from deep, and I feel like he done that quite well today. So I'm gonna give him a 7.
I agree with you on that. Let's go on to N'Golo Kante now. I'm just going to throw it out right now. Eden Hazard's my man in the match. Yeah. But let's talk about N'Golo Kante, because his performance can't be understated.
We attacked a lot more down the right-hand side, and Kante did not look out of his depth whatsoever. A few times, a few misplaced passes, yeah. But that first half, we was playing through him. A lot of our attacks came through on the right-hand side, and we was playing through him quite well. I mean, he was the start of a lot of our attacks from the midfield. He was a lot. I don't really know how to describe it, fam. It's just, he got the ball and he managed to find Hudson-Odoi. He managed to find Aspilicueta, and he was really focal in the first half on that right-hand side. So I'm going to, honestly, like, I don't know if I should give him a 7 or an 8. It's kind of in between. But I think I'm going to go with an 8. Because defensively, he was sound as usual.
Yeah, I'll agree. Let's go on to Loftus-Cheek now. Louis just showed me a little stat. 3 Chelsea players completed 10 plus take-ons today. Loftus-Cheek being one of them. Hudson-Odoi Hudson-Odoi and Hazard being the other two. How do you feel about Loftus-Cheek's performance? The one thing that stood out to me, strength on the ball,
Yes.
ability to get the ball, turn, beat a player and push forward.
He made Declan Rice look like a dickhead today, fam. I don't know who gassed Declan Rice to be trying to go up to Loftus-Cheek, fam, but he got buddied off bare times today. And in all honesty, I don't think Ruben was at his best. I feel like he still took a bit of a while to get involved in the first half. In the second half, he did get a bit more involved with those driving runs, but the one consistent thing he was doing throughout the game was beating men, and that's what he does. He beats his man and he tries his best to create. And for that, I have to give him a 7 because he brings a lot more than the rest of our midfielders.
The amount of long shots he took.
Yes, he's going for goal. And even if, look, we're not asking you to score every time you shoot, fam, but we just want a decent effort. And he can pull that out the bag. He can pull one out the bag. So, personally, I don't think he'll start in Europa League. I don't think he should play. He should probably rest because he's still got his little back injury. But Sunday, crucial. He has to start. 7 from me.
All right, let's go on to Eden Hazard. First goal, bruv. I can't even.
There's some idiots that will try and say that he's not even in contention for the Player of the Year this season. I think that's just fucking deluded.
This guy has dragged us this season.
This is the guy that's inconsistent, isn't good enough in the big games.
Belgian Nathan Redmond.
And you know what? You could say that, we're only gassing him because he scored a good goal. No, fam, but it's consistent. It is consistent. It's consistent. He's consistently ripping teams apart, even in the game. He's not bruv. Imagine if anyone else in the league scored that goal. Exactly. That goal was fucking amazing.
That's what them Liverpool fans be saying if Salah did that.
In all honesty, that is one of Hazard's best home performances I've ever seen.
Yep.
In all honesty, that's one of the best performances I've ever seen. Because honestly, he was untouchable today. Untouchable. 2 great goals.
You watch them after that first goal. Every time he has the ball, they're backing away. They were scared shitless of this boy.
Bruv, they're backing away. And for the first goal, they were standing there like cones, fam. They were cones, fam. Like, they weren't doing nothing to him. He's untouchable. And he should go to Madrid. I hope he wins the Champions League. He deserves it, fam. He's got all the quality in the world. And there's some dickhead out there that will try to be like, Salah and all these men are better. Nah, fam, give it a rest. That's the best player in the league right there. Look how shit our team is. In all honesty, like, look how bad our team is at times. Look how bad we've been this season. And he still consistently manages to come through. He's banging goals and he's getting the assists. Eden Hazard, although I don't really... Bruv. 10.
You were thinking about that, weren't you?
I was 10. 100% 10.
All right, let's go on to Hudson-Odoi now. I thought Hudson-Odoi looked a bit tired towards the end of the second half, and I think that's why he got taken off. But before that, I'm going to go back to what you said on your fan cam. You said we look a lot more threatening when Hudson-Odoi plays, and we did. There's a lot more threat down that right-hand side. He's more willing to take players on. He's a lot more creative, and he asks more questions of defenders than what we've seen Pedro and Willian do.
He had Cresswell shook, fam. Simple, he had him shook. This boy about 18, 19 years old, fam. He will rip up any left back in this league, fam. Any full back in this league, 1-on-1, he'll rip you up, fam. I've been saying it from the Community Shield when he made Walker look like a dickhead, fam. I've been saying it since then. And look at him now. It's pretty clear, yes, he got a bit tired. And yes, he lost the ball a few times, fam. He's a young player and he's a threat. He is a threat. You cannot give that boy space or he will punish you. He was quite close. He was getting inside the box as well. That's the one thing. He's getting inside the box and he's hitting decent chances. Sometimes Hazard had the ball and he's right there, here over everyone. First touch, he's in the box. He's a good player. He's a solid player. And even though I'm not gonna lie, he didn't have his best game today, but he's still more threatening than anything that we've got, and he'll still take on any fullback in this league. So I'm gonna give him a 7.
All right, let's roll through the substitutes quickly. Let's start with... Oh, yeah, I forgot about the strike. Not surprised. Let's talk about Higuain's performance, actually. Higuain today, slow. Link-up play was poor. He had a couple chances, a bit unlucky, I will give him that. But I think his overall performance today just wasn't good enough.
We spoke for the game, and I said this is his game where he has to prove himself, and he didn't do that. The only positives I could find from him today was his off-the-ball movement. That was it. I thought his off-the-ball movement was okay because he was pressing the defenders a little bit and they fucked up a few passes and he was up on the keeper and that. But other than that, he wasn't really a threat for me. His passing was poor. There was a couple of times where he was trying to hit across the park to Aspilicueta and he just completely fucked it. A good 2-3 times. His passing forward sometimes a bit too sloppy. It wasn't that. He didn't hit. He didn't hit it heavy enough. And shooting wise, he didn't really get any clear cut chances to even challenge the keeper today. So, Higuain, I've got to give him a 5 along with Aspilicueta. He's got to get a 5 from me today.
All right, now let's go into the substitutions. First, let's do Pedro.
Pedro. I'm surprised he didn't come on a little bit sooner. Hudson was a bit tired, but when Pedro came on, he looked good. He was up and down the right hand side. He was definitely pressing the defenders as well. But nothing amazing from him. Didn't do too much. I think he only got a good 10 minutes, from what I can remember. But he was good when he came on and he done what he needed to do. And I hope I see him start on Thursday. So I'm just going to give him a 6.
All right, let's talk about Ross Barkley now. For Ross Barkley, looks a lot more improved than he does recently. He seems a lot more composed. Yeah. Had a good couple chances today. Very unlucky not to get them into the net. Yeah. But overall, I thought he was all right today. Yeah,
I thought he came on and done quite well. I think he done better than most people expected, to be fair. I mean, based off a substitute's performance, I'm going to give him a 7. Because, thank you. Based on a substitute's performance, I'm going to give him a 7. Because even though, he didn't have that long, when he came on, he was getting the ball and he was driving. And that's what I wanted to see from Ross. There's been a lot of games this season where Ross hasn't been driving with the ball at his feet, which he can do. He can do that. And I thought, hopefully, Ruben coming in is giving him that bit of incentive to kick up a gear because he knows he needs to and there's competition for that spot. So he came on, we gave him a 7 because he's done what he needs to do. And also, we're more defensively solid in the midfield when he's on the pitch. I feel like he provides a little bit more defensively when he plays instead of Ruben. So, he done well for me today. I'm going to give him a 7.
All right, last substitution, Olivier Giroud.
And Giroud showed why he should be starting. Today because he didn't have, once again, I don't think he had that long, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I can't really remember too well. But we looked much better. Much better when he came on because, let's be real, in that second half, he was losing it a little bit. But he was there, he was that focal point, he was linking up quite well, and he was even tracking back. And I can't remember too well his involvement for the second goal. I'm not sure I don't think he got the assist, to be fair, but I think he was involved in the play. Is it? But with Giroud, he came on and done quite well. For a substitute, I'm going to give him a 7 as well. So that's not like a full game performance, just based on the substitution, he gets a 7. He done all right.
All right, let's talk about Maurizio Sarri now. Line-up, I didn't really see a lot of problems with. The changes, weren't really going to argue with it going into the match. No. There was a lot of criticism over Loftus-Cheek's substitution. Now, I'm going to say I understand it because of his back injuries.
Yeah, exactly.
But you feeling the same?
Yeah, I thought he came off because of the injury. I thought that's what he came off for because he looked a bit uneasy when he was walking a little bit. I was
hearing a couple of boos from the backyard.
I did hear the boos. That was mad fucking unnecessary. I don't know why they're booing him for. Ruben's just played the last game. I think the majority of the game. He's played the majority of the game today, so we complaining for. Before, we weren't even seeing him. And we have to remember, he's got that back injury, so...
It looks like he's a starter now.
Exactly. He's looking like a starter. And boy, let's rest him because, look, Thursday, he might have to make an appearance. And we got Sunday, so give him that rest. If tiny little feeling in his back, take him off because we need him fresh for Sunday. So I don't understand the boost. But Higuain, he gave his boy a chance. Didn't step up, but at least he gave him the chance. Brought Rudiger back in. Rudiger played well. Line-up was great. The team played well. The substitutions were good. I'm going to give Maurizio an 8 today.
Good. I agree. Let's talk about the Chelsea fans. Now, bar that Loftus-Cheek incident, I thought we were great. Yeah.
Good, the atmosphere was good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I mean, for the bridge, obviously, also, before anyone comes in chatting shit, but for the bridge, in a game like this, it was a good atmosphere. It was good. Everyone seemed up from the first minute. From the first minute, everyone seemed they were getting involved. I was in East Upper, and even we were chatting a little bit. And East Upper, but yeah, it's quiet over there.
Bad memories.
It's quiet over there. So, no, the fans, I'm going to, bar the Loftus-Cheek thing, I'm going to give them an 8 as well. I think they really did get behind the team today. And even when we looked a little bit down in the second half, the support was still there. And that's what I want to see. The support was there. So, I think the fans done really well today.
All right, well, this has been your player ratings for Chelsea 2, West Ham 0. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of the ratings down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to 100% Chelsea. All social media links will be down in the description below. Don't forget to check out Cameron's personal channel.
Cam's UTC.
Don't forget...
I ain't uploading in a while though.
Don't forget to check out Carefree Lewis G as well. Don't forget as well to vote for us in the FBAs for what categories again? Best club content creator for 100% Chelsea, best female content creator for Jean Lolishon, and for Lawrence it was...
Best international and best new Chelsea Echo, best podcast, Chelsea Fans Club. Do you want me to come and do it?
Vote for everyone Chelsea in the FBAs, please. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on Thursday for Slavia Prague away.